Hey guys, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Oh my gosh, 4 times is a charm, I guess. I kept messing up on the intro. The intro that I say all the time. Holy cow. Anyway, welcome to your Divine Counterpart Reading. It doesn't matter what your energy is or what your gender is, rather. It's all about the energy. You can be whatever gender, but come up as a masculine or feminine in regards to the connection, all right? So as I go through this reading, first of all, it'll be structured like the personal readings, the personal relationship readings that I usually do, where I tap into the energy of one, and then the energy of the second one, and then see what the energy is for the relationship in general. So I'll be doing that for the masculine, the feminine, and then what's going on with the connection. All right. Yeah, so based on how I explain the masculine, how I explain the feminine, you determine which one you fall in, okay? Also, because this is a divine counterpart reading, you're probably going to see elements of yourself in both sides, to be honest, because they're counterparts. They mirror each other, okay? So don't be surprised about that. Yeah, all right, let's get started. I don't know why I decided to do this. I feel like things are changing. I feel like there's a lightness to this energy, okay? Even with the cards that I'm choosing, which is the Work Your Light Oracle. Let me get started. I'm talking too much. All right. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with divine will. What is it that the counterparts need to know overall? Ooh, we have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? All right. And what about the energy for the masculine? Okay, we have Get Grounded and Take a Leap of Faith. All right. This is like revving up your engines before you take that leap. Whether it's a profession, whether it's a, hey, let's do this, you know? Okay, how can the feminine energy work their life? Where are you being journeyed to? So I'm already feeling like, so another thing, there's different waves with these counterparts, right? So you can be in the beginning of this beautiful love story, you could be at the end of it, or you could be in the middle, okay? You could be in separation, whatever the case is. You choose where you are, for one. Also, so if you're in the beginning and you're hearing about a separation, you guys aren't in separation yet, just be mindful of what's to come, okay? I just feel like this is an overall energy. I don't know why I felt the need to do a reading to show like there's a script, you know, that I'm starting to realize. There's a script with the divine counterparts and it just keeps repeating itself. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, so with that being said, so with the masculine, they have the Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Okay, they need to get more in touch with their higher self, okay? So that they can fly, right? They raise their vibration and they can fly higher. While the feminine energy, I feel like this is them. They need to stand strong, okay? And when I say strong, it doesn't mean like, I don't need nobody, not like that. But it's like, instead of running back or whatever the case is, you kind of have to hold your ground. It's setting those proper boundaries, knowing your truth, knowing your worth. Okay, if this counterpart is not acting right, then you just say, I'm bowing out of this until you get it together. You know, it's that type of strength that's required. All right. One thing that I've been telling people when it comes to this divine counterpart energy, the masculines seem to get, they need to get more in touch with their feminine side, right? You see all this flowery, beautiful energy, right? They need to get more in touch with their feminine side so that they can become emperor. And getting in touch with their feminine side allows them to get more in tune with their spiritual guidance, all right? The feminines, they need to get, you see the contrast in this energy, specifically these two. So this is a feminine energy and this is a masculine energy, right? There's a need to balance, okay? So the feminine, they need to step more into their masculine energy to step into empress. not stepping into their masculine, but exercising that more, okay, in a more balanced way. All right, so both sides need to pull from this opposite side, the yin and yang, pull from the opposite side to find balance within themselves. Masculine, pull from feminine to become an emperor. And when I say feminine, not your divine counterpart, pull from the feminine energy within you, getting more in touch with your feelings, all that good stuff, being able to express it, right? All that stuff that comes out of that. Get more in touch with your feminine side so that you can be an emperor. Step into your masculinity in a very healthy way and stepping out of toxic masculinity, right? The emperor is very much in touch with their feelings. They might not be so expressive of it, but they're very much in touch with it, right? They know how to actively and healthily express these emotions. They don't come from a place of love based on ownership, you know, they don't puff up their chest, you know, like what they think an emperor should be. They're coming forward with a very clear sense of self, a sense of their feelings, their emotions, what they have to offer. All right. They're coming forward with a solid confidence based on what they have going on within. It's a confidence that comes from knowledge of self, but also, and the knowledge of self comes from expressing that other side or getting more in touch with that other side. Feminines. So, we can be in our feels, right? We're more expressive, and I'm just stereotyping this whole thing here, okay? So don't come for me, all right? But the feminine energy in general, we're more intuitive. We're more likely to tap more into our intuition than the masculine energies, right? Because we're more in touch with our feelings, whether that's biological or whether it's cultural, you know, whether it's nurture or nature, this is how it is. This is how it's been. So we'll be more expressive about our emotions. We'll be more in touch with it. We're not afraid to feel that, right? But sometimes those emotions can overflow. We might do too much. We might become over lovers, you know, things like that, without setting proper boundaries. In order for us to be able to set boundaries, that requires masculine energy, saying enough is enough, pumping the brakes, right? And not being free flowing with your energy, right? So that is required to actually step into Empress mode, having that beautiful balance of, I can love, but I can also take this thing away if you don't act right, you know? So that's the energy that needs to come about here. Also, with the masculine energy, which is more exerting yourself, asserting yourself in the world, right? This is what we need to step more into now, stepping into our Empress Queendom, right? So instead of, you know, and I'm generalizing, all right? This is a general reading. The energy of focusing too much on love and not focusing on your queendom, building in a real life sense, pursuing your dream and not making the dream. Yes, it's okay to have a dream love, right? Of course. But when it comes to just you and what your heart's desire is, you have more to offer in the world, right? Okay. So it's time to build on that. So if you guys were in separation, that was a time, or that is, if you are in separation, that is the time to do that. This is more confidence, you know. Yeah, more confidence. Masculines need to get more confident in their intuition. The feminists need to get more confident in how they assert themselves in the world. They need to be more solid in their energy when it comes to that. So both parties need to work on that so that they can be solid partners, better partners for each other. All right. Okay. All right. So what is the current energy right now for the masculines? What is the current energy right now for the masculines in regards to this connection? Oh my God, look at all this, all these cards falling out. Building up courage. Okay, look at that Emperor coming out with Two of Cups. They might have to lean on their, obviously, that whole rant I said in the beginning, they have to lean on their intuition more. The reason why is so that they can trust the validity of the connection. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse, both of these in reverse. Okay, if it was upright, I would feel like this is like being proactive. The Knight of Cups is coming in with that love proposal, you know, that love offer, like knight in shining armor type of energy. Okay, with the Seven of Wands, it's like the understanding, like, yes, I believe in this, I have conviction. It's coming in with conviction. They're not there yet. Okay, and the Emperor coming out. All right, getting there. Let's see. I feel like, so we have the Two of Cups coming out in reverse. All right, I feel like this reminds me of the Aries reading, where it was someone was questioning whether the relationship or the connection existed. Okay, if you're masculine and you're dealing with that, that's where your intuition comes in. All right, that's why you have to start tapping in and pulling from other avenues to get more data. All right, so if you're getting data, you've learned to pick up on social cues or pick up on body language to see if somebody wants you, right? In this type of connection, you have to pull from something a bit more deeper. All right. What is the connection? What is the energy of the feminines in this connection? Oh, Two of Cups. Okay. For some of you guys, this is talking about a separation here. Okay. Well, here's where the mirroring is coming in. It seems like the feminine is kind of losing a little bit of hope here. With that Two of Cups coming out, the Page of Pentacles, it's like, okay, where is it? Like, where's the movement? Where's the action? In the meantime, I'm gonna just do me. Nine of Pentacles. That's the energy here. That's what needs to happen here. This independent energy. Queen of Pentacles type of energy. All right. Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords type of energy. That Queen of Swords energy knows when to set boundaries, know when, like, okay, let me cut my losses on this thing because it's not hitting. Okay, this person ain't making the moves they're supposed to make. So let me not waste my time with that. I have other things to do. That needs to be the energy here, all right? As opposed to waiting to see what happens. This person is like revving up their engines, right? So you don't know how long that's going to take. I do feel like with this Emperor card coming out, they're getting poised, you know, like they're with the Emperor here coming out upright, which is great. I feel like they're tapping into that emotional space, getting this balance, okay, by tapping more into their intuition, listening to their higher selves in regards to this connection, which is amazing. But now it's like, okay, well, now what am I supposed to do with this? With this new sense of, you know, this new sense, this new knowledge, this new clarity about the connection, right? Especially if the clarity came through when there's a separation and this person is looking like this, you know, just over there doing whatever, you know, having their boundaries up. It's like, well, how do I get past this sword? You know. So we have the Seven of Swords coming out here in reverse. I feel like the feminines felt like, okay, you're moving like this, you're moving crazy, all right, you're doing some weird stuff, okay, and I'm gonna have to bow out, you know. And if you haven't gotten here yet, like I said, everybody's in different stages or different waves of the counterparts, right? So if you haven't gotten to that separation stage yet, if you start seeing this type of behavior with the Seven of Swords, you know, they start acting weird, you know, deceptive, whatever the case is, your answer, this is a test for you. Can you walk away and stand on your own, you know? All right. How does the masculine feel about the feminine? Oh, what was that? Eight of Pentacles. No work. The Three of Pentacles. They might be building on their own. So they're doing what the feminine needs to be doing. Okay, which is working on your own kingdom, queendom, okay? Or they might be looking at you as such as well. Like, okay, you're doing your thing or whatever. Ten of Cups here though. They do see this. All right. So if it's quiet, they're not ready to make a move yet. So, but with the Ten of Cups, it's emotional fulfillment. So they see the Ten of Cups here. They're like, okay, from this vantage point, they got clarity. You know, from the Emperor vantage point, they got clarity about what this connection was, what it means moving forward. They're like kind of hoarding that offer though, right? It's like building up or preparing for a test, right? Like, I got to make sure I come correct type of energy. All right. All right. How does the feminine feel about the masculine right now? All these cards coming out. Oh. Oh my God. Look, let the mirroring begin. But the beautiful thing here, the Devil card came out. See, I feel like a lightness happened here. It got lighter. The Devil card coming out in reverse. Whatever the toxicity was in this connection is dropped now. That's amazing. If there was some level of codependency, if there was a level of emotional withholding, because with the Seven of Swords, the masculine was doing something to make the feminine walk away, right? But whatever energy that they were carrying that did that is dropped now, which is great. Wow, with the High Priestess. Oh yeah, this elevated. It definitely elevated, okay? You can have toxic connections, or you can have very high vibrational, deeply spiritual connections, right? So it got out of toxic mode, right? It's in the vibration that it needs to be. All right, it's just not, there's no action as of yet. So here's what I want to say here. While the masculine is clearly with the Eight of Pentacles, I'm not putting in work into this. I feel like they're building on their own thing with the Three of Pentacles. They're maybe their own social circle, maybe their own network, maybe their own business, whatever the case is, they're building their own thing. All right. But they have their eye on the connection with the Ten of Cups here. I almost said Ten of Pentacles. I feel like maybe it's more like getting the financials together, whatever the case is, all right? I do feel this energy of like coming correct. Like, all right, oh, I recognize what this is. I'm gonna come correct. Now, the beautiful thing here, so we already had the Emperor come straight out the gate, like boom, I'm out here. Guess who we have now? The Empress coming out. Oh, look at that. All right, so how does the Empress feel about the masculine right now? With the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, I feel like this is a little frustrating. Because this can be cleared up with a conversation. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, it's like someone's looking at it like, all right, I'm gonna just chalk that one up, you know, like charge it to the game. It's a waste of my time. I'm dropping that, you know. And the Five of Pentacles, I feel like whatever that lost feeling is, that's gone. Like someone's at peace with it. Like, okay, I feel like the feminine energy is more at peace with it, but it does feel like, damn, but why couldn't it work out? You know, not realizing that this masculine energy is very clear about coming in. So, see, but we do have the Hangman and the Six of Swords coming out in reverse. Okay. See, in the Four of Cups, I just feel this energy of longing and waiting. So this is the energy here. The Empress is looking like, yo, Emperor, you coming? Like, we out? What we doing? What's up? What's the hold up, bro? But well, all this energy is waiting. So there's some miscommunications here, all right? If this is a separation or whatever, then, you know, real conversation is not being had. The masculine is not saying, all right, let me just get my money right. I understand what's happening here. You know, blah, 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 blah. That's not what's happening. It's just like, nope, I'm just going to stare at this. I'm going to look at everywhere else but at you. You know? And it's like, okay, Empress is sitting here like, okay, but if you don't want to act, at least say something. You know, that's what I'm feeling. But even though the feminine walked away, it does look like there's a waiting energy here. That's the test right there. Don't get caught up in that loop. All right. Hold on now. Look at my throat. It's like when you're making a speech. This is how I'm feeling the masculine. This is how I feel the masculine energy is feeling right now. You know how like you're about to go on stage, you're about to make a speech or a presentation. You walk up to the podium and you're at the mic and you're like, flip out the paper, and then you start the speech in a very dramatic sense, right? But I feel like that's what they're doing. They're doing whatever the equivalent of that is in this connection. They're preparing, you know, probably stalling a little. They're just like, let me straighten out this paper. Okay, let me get the dust off. All right. Everybody's good? Everybody's good? Okay. Oh wait, I gotta go over there. I gotta go backstage and get something else. You know, it has an energy of stalling. That's cute as shit. But yeah, that Seven of Wands in reverse is like, yeah, they need to turn that up right. Like, this is stepping up to the podium. Like, this is what it is. This is how I feel. Let's go. Okay? Seven of Wands is holding your ground, coming through with conviction. They don't want to come through with this love offer. They don't want to step to the podium and present this speech or presentation with a shaky voice, right? Like, ladies and gentlemen, you know, their voice cracking and shit. They don't want that. They want to come through like very confident. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I feel, you know? I mean, that's cool. It's just it's just the way it's playing out. I mean, but it seems like the feminine is not seeing that part. Oh. Yeah, okay. It was the Aries reading that actually inspired me to do this divine counterpart reading, because it was exactly that. It was the masculine taking their time in saying something, and the feminine already knew. They were just like, okay, I'm gonna just wait for you. So this is the energy of like, okay. It's like, so they're at the podium and they're clearing their throat, they're stalling, and the Empress is in the audience just watching. Like, I read the speech. I just want you to say the speech, say the thing, do the thing, you know. Yeah, especially with divine counterparts, being that it's a strong connection. Yeah. That's what came up in the Aries reading. You might enjoy that one too. All right. Because the feminine's already in touch with her intuition, so she already knows what's happening, and just waiting for the masculine to stop stalling. All right, let's see. What's the blockage? What's the blockage? Oh, but that's why the feminine is like waiting in the audience. Like, are you gonna talk? Are you gonna say something? Are you gonna keep clearing your throat? You know, instead of just walking out. I feel like there's a need to walk out the auditorium, all right, and let them just sit there at the podium and practice. All right. Okay. I hope that metaphor is like getting through. Okay. Walk out, go leave the auditorium, go to a movie, enjoy yourself, have a nice dinner, you know, enjoy it. All right. Have some filet mignon, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. And then when it's curtain call, when the curtains are open again and they're finally ready, then come back. But right now you feel like it's time to, the more you look, the longer, the more of a stalling. I mean, if this person is standing at the podium and they're trying to prepare themselves, having eyes watching them while they're doing it will be nerve-wracking, right? They have to be in this auditorium. They have to get into this energy. They have to, some of them might be visualizing visualizing the situation, how it play out, or planning the right words to say, whatever the case is. But energetically, you have to turn. All right. All right. All right. What's the blockage? What's the blockage for the masculine? For the Emperor, shout out to, man, if you're masculine, you done elevated, became Emperor. Kudos to you. All right. So we have that 8 of Swords coming out. See, they getting caught up in their own head now. Because the thing is, now it's Emperor and Empress mode for real. You know, like they are at the same level. But for some reason, I don't know, the 8 of Swords, they're still, it's something that's making their voice crack or making them have to clear their throat and stall at the podium. Like, they still have some inner work. They just have to be confident in this Emperor energy. It's like they have this, they're in this new energy, right? New clothes, new shoes, you know, not literally, right? But I'm saying, like, if you go from a pauper, if you go from a knight to an emperor, now you have a crown. It's like, okay, I got to get used to this crown, to be honest, you know? What does this crown mean? What can I do with this power? You know, they have to get used to that new energy. All right. Anything else for the blockage for the masculines? King of Cups. Yeah, see? Oh, that emotional, I don't know why I won't say emotional support. We have that 7 of Swords coming out in reverse here. They're still clearing out that they're in Emperor mode because they're more leaning towards this emotional balance, but the emotional balance isn't there yet. They can achieve it, and they do achieve it, but I feel like it's still back and forth on that. 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's some confusion about where they stand. Okay. Well, okay. Because now, because of how the masculine was acting, it turned the feminine into this, you know. Like, with the sword, and you see she's hiding behind the sword, hiding behind a barrier. I will say that. Masculines, let me tell you something. So if they're coming off like cold or whatever, you see they're hiding their face, right? If you look behind that, you'll probably see they're longing behind that sword, behind the strength, behind the barrier there. All right? All right. But it's something about that that's causing confusion. There's an Empress card in the other deck, in the Santa Muerte deck, where the Empress is like, she has a fan, and she's hiding her face behind a fan. It's like she's covering like how she, at this point, is saving face. That's what I feel. Okay. She's covering her face with a fan, but behind the fan, she's smirking. Even though she looks very, yeah, see? She's like smirking behind this fan. Like, I don't want you to see me. I know. I'm just waiting. That. Also, I'm a lady. I'm not going to do this with you. You know, it's that barrier, right? It's that barrier there. So if they, masculines, if it feels like they're pulling away, or if they're blocking you, they're waiting for you to come correct. All right. It does seem like because their behavior changed, the barrier was set, it now confused the masculine. Like, wait, you pulled back, or you're acting different, or you set boundaries. Do you not want this anymore? You know, but yeah, that's not true. All right, what is a blockage for? That's a blockage for the masculine, because they can't tell now. They're like, yeah, the feminine's playing it coy, playing it cool, whatever the case is, but it's confusing them now. And now it has them wrapped up in their own thoughts. It's also stopping them from fully embracing this King of Cups energy, embracing this love entirely. It's like, well, I'm not going to give you all this love. Like, if you're not going to love me back, like, are you still here? You know, that's what it feels like. While the feminine is here like, nope, I'm not here, but smirking behind their fan. I don't want you anymore. I'm good. But still looking and waiting. Is this, yeah, that's the energy that's happening here, all right? Now, Two of Cups coming out as a blockage for the feminine. Let's see, the World card. Eight of Wands, Hierophant. Oh my God, all this, oh my God, there's so much energy coming out. Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Four of Cups. Again. So the blockage for the feminine, not realizing the shift that has occurred with the masculine, not realizing how close the connection is. Something like that is happening there. Because even though the feminine is doing this, you know, they're silently waiting. That's what I feel. It's still, yeah, there's still like some hope being drained. Like they're doing it. They're like, it's starting to question it. That's what's happening. Okay. When it's already here. Let me look more into that Four of Cups, because I feel like something else is trying to come through there. Hold on. Why is this Four of Cups here? All right. And then, okay. So with the waiting, setting the proper boundaries. Okay. With the warrior woman. And the fan in the face. Ultimately, there's a need to find your own happiness, right? No matter how this connection plays out. That's the lesson for you guys. Okay? All right. That's the pulling of the masculine energy and just doing things in the world for your own fulfillment, right? Okay. I don't think that'll be a hard shift to make because you're already in Empress mode. All right. I almost want to say, with this Four of Cups, I almost want to say that there are other options. Look, other options might be adding to someone looking away as well. Because the Emperor, because the masculine isn't speaking or isn't acting, the feminine might start, it seems as if there's like other people. It's like I'm holding this connection near and dear to my heart, but also there are other connections too, right? And they're starting to look at the other connections like, okay, this person isn't showing up, so maybe I should cut my losses, you know? With that, I want to say have more faith in the connection because all of this energy is beautiful, okay? But the Two of Cups, because the reading started off with the Two of Cups in reverse, right? Now it's coming out, okay. As a blockage, your Two of Cups, it's like you don't have that much faith in this connection. It seems straight up, okay? But with the World card coming out and upright, oh, that throat. With the World card coming out, that's like a new change, a new upgrade, like a new level. This has definitely, okay, this connection has definitely reached another level, but you just don't see it. You might feel it. I mean, I'm talking about divine counterpart, so you definitely feel it. So take this as confirmation, okay? With the World card coming out, it's like an upgrade, right? And with the Hierophant, that's a spiritual element also. It's long-term stuff, like major stability. I feel like the scene is set. I don't know why I keep looking at it as a stage or a performance, but like everything is set. The stage is set, okay? The set design, everything is already set up, all right? Everything is queued up, ready to go. But the feminine doesn't see that. Okay. Now it's just time, like, is lights, camera. Now waiting for the action part. But I don't think the feminine knows that even the lights and cameras are ready. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, did they even get to the venue yet? All right, I really hope this metaphor is translating well. All right, what is the masculine feeling to see? It's taking too long. Four of Swords, the break, okay. And Ten of Cups in reverse. Here's where the mirroring is happening. Like both parties don't have enough faith in the connection. That's what it feels like, okay. This person doesn't have enough faith to take action yet. Yeah, with the King of Wands, like take the lead. Take the lead in this situation. They might be looping a little bit now. Like they got to Emperor mode. They did what they had to do to get to Emperor mode. And now they're looping there for a bit. Like that might be happening for a little bit now. It's like you got the green light. You can just go. But they're waiting. It's like you're driving. It's like that person in front of you. It's like it's a green light. Go. But yeah, and they're just, it's a green light and they're just sitting there. Tinkering with their rear view mirror and shit. Alright. I feel like the masculine has done work, right? But there's like a final thing. There's a final thing that needs to get tweaked. It's like I don't know why I feel like it's some inner child work that they need to do. That's gonna be like the final piece of the puzzle, okay? Yeah. There's some inner child wounds here. Because whatever's causing this loop with the Eight of Swords, whatever's causing them to freeze on stage, is stemming from something deeper. But this is like this is like the final round of like whatever work that they need to do. So that's where they're at now. Wow, on their end, the feminine energy with the commitment. This person can have some hang-ups when it comes to commitment. And it might stem from their younger self, their childhood, or whatever the case is. This person doesn't know why they're looping or why they keep freezing, you know? It's like when people do have stage fright, it stems, right? It stems from something, like from way back, right? It's something like that that's happening. Like they're freezing up, even though they have the green light. They were used to like working and trying to get to a certain place, and then they got there and they're like, oh, that's it? Oh shit, I'm here. Oh, it's game time? Like, you've been in the gym working out all this time. Now it's time to play the game. Go out on the field. Like, but now it's like when it's time for the game to start, this person's staying in the locker room, you know, or going back to the gym like, wait, let me just do a few more, you know, a few more drills, a few more whatever. That final thing that's gonna set them loose, okay? It's a piece of a puzzle, and whatever that's stemming from, that's gonna be different. But it's something that's stopping them from believing in having faith in a connection. It has nothing to do with the feminine. This is about them. But this is why they need like the extra reassurance, but that's not the feminine's job to do. They're trying to figure it out on their own, and they should. I don't even know if they recognize what that is, but I'm feeling like this energy of like, fuck, what? It's like being on stage, having stage fright, and just being like, damn, why do I keep doing that? Like, why do I keep freezing on stage? Shit. And they keep trying to go on stage, and they keep freezing again. It's like, what is happening? What's stopping it? They're going to have to go within with that Four of Swords. It's something inward, okay? If you're the masculine, go within. There's some extra, but I feel like you're going to probably just get this insight, all right? It's going to be like some, with a Tower moment, I feel like it's just going to be it could be a random hit, but also random intuitive hit, but also take time, obviously, if you can trigger the intuitive guidance, that'll be great. But the Four of Swords, I think if there's distractions around you, try to take some time out. For this intuitive hit to happen anyway, you have to be quiet, right? Have some quiet time, take walks in a park, do whatever you gotta do, meditate, take long baths, get in touch with that energy, that other side, See? Like my voice is shaking. It's like they try to talk and it's like the words can't come out. Whatever the case is, that's because of some idea about commitment that this person has, or about being happy, emotional fulfillment. Like to see, like, it's one thing to look, shit. It's one thing to be like, hey, I want the best love, I want the divine connection, I want all the things. It's another thing to feel that shit and be like, wait, hold on, what? This is a real thing? Hold on. Wait, I don't know if I'm ready. You know? That's a real thing. True. I know that's right. So I ain't even mad at that, but also just understand where that's coming from. Know that it's a hang up of yours. Anyway, with that tower moment coming out, look at that. That's that explosion. Hey. Hey. This person getting this intuitive hit, they grow into this, you know, they grow solid, right? They can finally embrace the emperor that they are. Yeah. Because they're already emperor. They just have to learn to embrace it. All right. That growth is like they power through. Whatever, this is a major piece of the puzzle about their a belief system that they held on to for a really long time about being happy or being emotionally fulfilled, or the concept of commitment, or the concept of actually being happy in a commitment, something like that. All right. With the Wheel of Fortune, is actually holding them up. Fine. Okay. What's the blockage for the feminine? Keep doing you, boo-boo. All right. Three of Pentacles coming out with the Page of Cups. I would say with this, don't get too cold, right? Don't give up on this connection. See, some of you guys, I feel like some of, okay, with the feminine energy, it's some bright ass energy on the masculine's end, okay? I must say that. The feminine, because they don't know what's happening on the masculine's end, they're starting to come down a notch, okay? So they're looking at it like, yo, I thought this was something, it's not, because this person ain't doing nothing, right? And they're feeling like, and other people, you know, now wolves are swarming, right? It's like you have the divine connection, but the divine connection isn't saying or doing the things that you want them to do. But there's other connections that are. I feel like that's represented by the continent. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to just keep that all the way real. With this Eight of Wands, it's like, yeah, you're being pushed to be independent, not necessarily pushed into the arms of someone else just because they're a rebound because this person didn't step up. You know, like if you move on with that type of energy, you're going to run into this. So be mindful of that. You are being led to leave the venue, go have some dinner and movies and all that. Enjoy yourself. Okay. There's an energy here for the feminine side. It's like the feminine should know better. Like, that's what I want to say. Because the feminines, because their intuitive guidance is saying one thing and they're not seeing what's happening on the masculine's end, now they're starting to like lose their way a little bit when it comes to their intuition. Don't do that. It's going to lead to it can lead to some bull. Like, you feeling defeated about this connection can push you into the arms of somebody who's not as right, you know. So, okay. Well, okay. I didn't expect it to go that way. Jeez, what's that advice? The masculine they're carrying some heartbreak about, damn, they're feeling Defeated. I feel like their past deceptive behavior they made the feminine put up their guards, right? And now they're feeling hurt about it. And now they're like, is it even worth for me to step into my emotions and tell them how I feel if they're putting up their guards like this? Like, do they still want this, right? What's advice for the feminine? The masculines might feel like they messed up and it's over, while the feminine is still watching like Page of Wands here. Yeah, the moon. See, the feminines, certain things are being hidden from the feminine, all right? See, the Ten of Wands. See this, the feminine, oh, if you're the masculine, you got the feminine feeling like this. With the Ten of Wands, feeling defeated, like, all right, let me pack up all my feelings and take them somewhere else. But feminines, be mindful of that. Don't just pack up all those feelings and just dump them somewhere else because this person ain't taking it, right? Don't do that. That's that energy, like I said, it's going to lead you in that vulnerable state. I feel like with the con man, there's some people that's lingering around ready to pick that ass up. Okay? So just be mindful of that. The con man is a manipulative energy. All right? And because you're starting to question your intuition, now you won't be as on point. One, the connection has you questioning your intuition. Two, you're already feeling defeated, and losing hope in the connection. Yeah, three, and just feeling sad about that or whatever, right? That combination, that concoction of feeling bad and then not listening to your intuition or not too clear with your intuition. Not saying you're not listening to it. I just feel like it's a little bit foggy. That can lead to making some some questionable decisions, because for a rebound, pretty much. All right. Some of you guys might be led to a rebound. Like, it's like, okay, well, this person, I don't know. Okay. Wow. Masculines, if you're watching, do not allow for that to be a deterrent for you. If this feminine does that, then she has a lesson that she needs to learn. Okay. You do your work, okay? And that's it. Let everything else play out the way it should. All right, we're at 53. I'm going to pull from the Romance Angels, the Animal Spirit, and then the Hidden Truth Tarot, or Hidden Truth Oracle. What is the Animal Spirit for the masculine? Look at that. See, you better follow that intuition, boy. Okay, we had the Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Beast Spirit, sweet results await. It's not what you think. Okay, even though this person is like, nah, I'm good. I don't even want this anymore. It's not what's happening. All right, they're waiting for you to step up. What's the Animal Spirit for the feminine? Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. See, this person, the feminine feels like, oh, what a waste of time. Like, that could have been a good thing. Oh, nothing is wasted. This is not the end of the story. I don't know how long it takes for this person, how long it will take for the masculine to get that tower moment, that last piece of the puzzle. But in the meantime, keep your vibes up, okay? Because that energy is going to have you on some bull, you know? Just be mindful of that. This person is looking at you And you're like, you can't even see them looking at you. That's it. You can't see them looking at you. So now you're like, all right, well, what else we got over here? Who else we got over here? I mean, I guess this person will do. Fine. Wombat Spirit, be at home. You're supposed to use this time to go to the dinners by yourself. Okay, enjoy yourself. That strong Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, you're supposed to learn a lesson here too. With this separation, this is about confidence, building your own queendom, kingdom, whatever. Dove Spirit, be at peace. Right? Look at that. Be at peace. You can't see what they're going through over there. You can't see what they're doing over there. You can't see the changes. You might feel the changes though. And this is what ultimately led me to doing this reading, because I felt like there was a lightness that happened, an elevation that happened with the divine counterpart connections, where their person, where the masculine finally got into, this elevated state, elevated version of themselves, where now they are a complete match together, which is great. All right, what do the romance angels have to say about this connection? What do they have to say to the masculine? Getting to know each other. See this person, okay, masculines. If you are trying to save up money so you could come correct, you want to come up with this elaborate thing, like, how about you just start with talking? How about that? You're in separation. See, this can easily be solved with a conversation. You can just, that's where they hung up at. It's a talking. There's the emotions. Okay. Something about the emotions overflowing. It makes it hard for them to talk, right? Because they want to be so correct. They want to come so correct. Just be yourself. Just take the baby step. Like, get to know each other. It doesn't have to be a grand proposal. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens naturally. It's not going... The bond is going to deepen when you just come to this person out of nowhere like, hey, I want to marry you. It's like, I took a jump. But I feel like this person wants to take a jump, take a leap. It's like, okay, take a baby step. Like, what you doing? What does the feminine need to know from the romance angels? Forgiving and learning, release your ex. Oh my God, see, there's someone around. All right, feminines. All right, I hope masculines, go look the other way. It's feminine business here. Now, feminines, I already talked about, like, because you're feeling a way about this connection, you might, trip up and fall into the arms of somebody you ain't got no business being with. All right, some of you guys, it's like going back to an ex for the comfort. Just come on. That's going back. Like I mentioned, it's this losing faith in this connection is making you feel away, and is bringing you down a notch. All right, don't start reverting. You take this for what it is. You be at peace with yourself, and you keep it pushing. Right. Don't start going back because you're like, oh man, I feel rejected by this person, but this person been in my ass all day, so let me go over there. Come on. Release your ex, and forgiving and learning is coming through here. As you forgive and release, right? Forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. This is your blockage. Okay. Mirroring. Both of you guys have past energy that needs to be released, okay? Some of you guys, look, when Emperor, Empress energy come in, you gotta make room for that. All right? You gotta make room for that. All right? You have to make room in your life for this type of connection. Do you have room for it, to be honest? I mean, of course, we could talk about lifestyle-wise, but I'm talking about your emotional bandwidth. Are your emotions still tied to some other people, low-key? That's playing a role in this connection too, all right? Don't go falling back and strengthening that dead-ass bond. You know what I'm saying? When you got this divine connection here, all right? Have faith. It's real. It's happening. This person is stepping up. They're just, they need time, all right? Look at that. Yes, both of you guys need to hear this. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yes, this is a soulmate, all right? And it is safe for you to love. Both of you guys need to know that. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. See, both parties need to just open up. Easier said than done. Both parties need to just open up, you know, like, it's just so many layers of misunderstandings. The masculine did something silly to make the feminine pull back. And then the masculine stepped up and matured. And now they're like, wait, why'd you pull back? Hold up. Are you fucking someone else? We good? But they're not talking about it. It's not, none of this is being said. Anyway, both parties are losing faith in a connection, even though it's closer than ever, which is crazy. It's just so wild. But yeah, this is a soulmate. Y'all both need to recognize that. Don't lose faith in a connection, even though it doesn't look like what shit ain't what it looked like. Feminines, even though the masculine isn't saying anything or doing anything, if they aren't acting, it doesn't mean that they rejected you. That is the opposite, okay? Masculines, if the feminine is putting up their guards and they pull back their energy, it doesn't mean that they moved on. The complete opposite on both ends. Both of you guys need to know that, all right? All right, last deck I'm gonna pull. This is the Honest Truth Oracle. All right. So what does the masculine's higher self want to say to the feminine? Oh, the masculines, get your confidence up, man. Ain't nobody got time for this. We both know I'm not the one for you, and it was my fault, but I blamed you. Sure, yes. We all know, yes, the masculine did something to make the feminine go away, right? Put their guards up, fall back, like, okay, I'm not going to be that open with my heart. You're not showing me that I'm safe to love right here. Or that, you're not showing that I'm safe, in this connection. The masculine, they are just so in their head. This is clearly a match. The Emperor came out with the Empress. Clearly a match, yet they still feel like this isn't it. Losing faith, not having faith in a connection, and not having faith in themselves. They're just nervous. They're nervous. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wish I could share my good news with you. All right, yeah. See, this person, they definitely elevated. The masculine is definitely elevated. They want to be able to talk about it. But there's something stopping them from talking. Even about just regular-ish. That's what it feels like. Because when I said, like, oh, why don't you just have a friendly conversation? That's what it felt like. Like, it's like their emotions are stopping them. Like, they don't trust what they're going to say, or they don't want to say anything that's going to mess it up, something like that. There's something like that happening. I hope that you can forgive me one day. So they're feeling regret for how they moved. I look for you everywhere. We need to let each other go. Wow, masculines. Okay. They need you to turn your head. Feminines, you need to turn your head. while they're in this venue, they're working all this shit out in their mind. You need to go down a block, go have you a nice dinner, treat yourself, okay? Let them work it out. They're gonna have to work this out. See, they have to work this out. We need to let each other go. I want to be more than friends. I mean, it's just... I remember every detail of that day. I hid who I really am from you, and I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. They learned, obviously, we know how the divine counterpart energies work. The connection is one of spiritual growth. The feminines typically come in and kind of trigger the masculine into a spiritual awakening. Now this person, they learned a very strong lesson, okay? They're in emperor mode, which is great. They got out of whatever they were before that caused them to act in a way that caused regret, cause you to walk away and cause regret within them. They're growing out of that, or they grew out of it, I feel. But like I said, they have to, now that they have this new crown on, they have to embrace it. The confidence. They need to build confidence. Let them practice in that venue, at that podium. Don't watch them while they do it. Okay? Don't be checking in on them. Leave them alone. Let them do it. Okay? Let them do what they got to do. All right. What does the feminine want to tell a masculine? I want to tell you how I feel. You just want to express yourself. You just want to pour out your guts, don't you? So both parties had the first card of, not really communicating here. All right, the timing just wasn't right for us. I'm becoming a better person. Songs remind me of you. I'm also grateful for the spiritual lesson. Bottom of the deck, we will be together again. But they also have, for the feminists, they also have, I left you before you could leave me. I knew exactly what I was doing. I don't react when people mention you. So this is like the energy of like putting up a mask, putting up a front, like the fan in front of their face, like, I'm good. But it's fake, all right? Sorry to call you guys out. Sorry to call the feminines out, but that's what it is, all right? They had to leave for their own, the feminines had to leave for their own, dignity and pride and all that good stuff, okay? It's like they saw a wobble in the masculine's energy, and they had to pick up and go. It's like, okay, you're gonna play with this connection. I gotta go before you mess this up, before you mess me up emotionally. Oh, you came closer than anyone. How many cards is this? All right, one last one. You and I were too young. All right, yeah. So the masculine had the timing wasn't right, or you guys had the timing isn't right. You and I were too young, whatever. Both parties they're having a lot of regrets. Both parties feel like they needed to be better. Both parties feel like they could have handled the connection better. Both parties is feeling some regret. Both parties feel the connection. Both parties realize that it's a spiritual connection. Both want to speak. Both are feeling each other. All right. Songs remind me of you. The masculine has something about, I remember every detail of that day. Both are like thinking about each other. All right. And both are improving. All right. That was a long reading. That might have been the longest one yet. All right. Well, here we are. I hope that provided some type of clarity. Did something for somebody. Oh, sorry. I want to pull from the Archangel Michael. And then I'm out. I promise. I pulled this out because I'm like, I need to pull this for the reading. Oh. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Okay. Whether you're masculine or feminine, because it feels like it's guilt on both sides. Both sides feel like, damn, I probably should have did this better. Maybe they're acting like this because I said that or I did that. Both parties are kind of beating themselves up for the separation. It's a separation. It's a script. It's supposed to happen with these divine connections. Neither one of you did anything wrong. You did exactly what you're supposed to do to trigger spiritual awakening for both of you guys. All right. So just learn your lessons and allow for the script to keep playing. All right. Choose yourself always. Right. Choose self-love always. Choose your higher self always. And it'll lead you to each other. Your higher selves will lead you to each other. All right. All right. Boom. Self-respect. All right. Now, thanks so much. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out that info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. You get early access to these readings and a percentage off of the personal readings. All right. Thanks so much. Till we meet again. Peace.